We've gone through 10 or 15 years of immense change brought about by the internet. And there's a whole generation of people, and it's usually the generation of people who are in charge, senior management of organizations, whether it's broadcasters or government or business, whatever it is, who have been a little bit freaked out by this whole internet thing. And there's also a tone which is used when we talk about the future, which is all about disruption and industries being killed, and it's all innovation is this thing that's coming like Godzilla coming out of the sea, and it's going to destroy you, and the world is changing, and it's all very panic and fear based. The most important thing, I think, when we're talking about the future is first just take a big deep breath and realize that everybody here is very intelligent. Everybody here is very experienced. Everybody here knows what they're doing with their organization. And that we have to make sure that we are not reacting to the fear or to the hype or to the to the reputation of the change. And instead, we have to be very calm about, making sure that what we change isn't that we don't break things as we react to some form of, implied need for change. Of course, there's a need for change, and of course, there's a need to evolve. All organisations, all categories evolve. That's very necessary, but that's a natural process that will happen anyway. Judging success, when you're talking about this unique concept of public media, it's a unique concept and cannot be judged by the same way as commercial media or by internet startups or marketing companies or FMCG brands or any of those other things. It's a completely different thing. And so, if you judge a public broadcaster by the same metrics as, say, Facebook or Twitter, then yes, it's losing, and it needs to radically change in order to catch up with Facebook and Twitter. But they're not playing the same game, so why are we comparing scores? They have to go away and work out. This is an EBU question, I think. It's a senior level national broadcast question, which is how do we measure success of public media in a way which maximizes its societal and cultural value, and in a way which does not make it compete with commercial operations. Too many things have been too many bad things have been created, or too many really good things have been abandoned because they in some way compete with a commercial operation.
Yeah, I need it, but and I appreciate what he said, but I'm worried. Sorry. I think the future remains very, very unclear, so I thank him, but I think all public service got to think what they are going to do, what we are going to do, and we need to worry about a little bit, I think.
What made me a little bit nervous was the idea Ben Hammersley that we should relax now, because actually I don't think we should. I think we should really be very aware of that we need to do something now. But he's right, though, that it's not very easy to know what we should do. But we shouldn't sit down and relax. I don't think so. So that was something that really, in my head, it brought a lot of thoughts And I feel that I need to do something in order for these people not to sit down and think that we're okay, actually.
And what will you remember when you go away at the end of the day? What will you remember of these talks?
That everything will be okay.
Ben Hammersley. Ben Hammersley was the one who really touched me the most. Because there was something that he said about the putting the goal and the destination high enough, also in the future, about saying that the real measurement comes really when our grandchildren look back and they think that was it worthwhile what we did or not. So this is I think that this is a perspective that really made me think of and also he said that calm down, which was a good thing.
I think that the three speakers this morning, they gave me a very, very strong sense of that public service should go back to basics. And that was very touching, and I think that is something that I will take with me home from here. In a way, I think that if we really can go back to the basics of what public service media is, I think that gives then it's easy to be calm. But calm doesn't mean that we don't have to change, and that doesn't mean that we don't have to do things. But if you are sure of yourself and you know what you are, then it's easier to make even big changes.